preparing to live stream the meeting, setting up your meeting for YouTube live. Okay. The thing with YouTube Live is it automatically captures this program, this presentation, and then it captures it. So it doesn't give me the opportunity to choose when I'm ready to release it. It just captures it, and then there it is. I can stop it. I can stop the release of the video when I choose to. 1 minute. Live is it automatically captures this. Welcome to the wonderful world of this presentation, and then it captures it. So what I don't need then is, because I don't need any reverb. Reverb I don't need. So it doesn't give me the opportunity to choose when I'm ready to release it. It just captures it. And then there it is. I can't stop it. I had to mute it because I don't need what's called reverb. I can only hope you hear me just a minute. I need to be heard over here. Over here, I need to be heard. I can't find the here we are. I can't find something else I'm looking for over here. Just don't let me be cut off is all I ask. Testing 1, 2. Okay, you can hear me. Fine. All right, let us do this. Let us begin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. Hello, and welcome to Spiritual Circle Gathering, where we meet every Thursday between the hours of 7 until 8 p.m. here on the East Coast, 4 until 5 on the West. If you have a computer and you can see this instead of listening on the phone, if you can see this, then the topic, if you can see it, then we're going to have a lot of diagrams. If not, then you listen to it now, and then later on down the line, you'll be able to watch the entire video. No time soon, but at least you will be able to watch it once it's posted. The topic this evening is renunciation elimination. This is part 4. This is part 4 of, did I share it? Oh. There you go. The topic is renunciation elimination part 4. The location is the lower section of the back. The color is russet. Those of you that know nothing at all about what I'm talking about, no problem. I'll explain it all. This has to do with 12 spiritual powers. We have more than 12, but we focus on one power at a time. Right now, for the last 3 videos, this video, we're looking at one of the faculties of renunciation, also known as letting go, also known as elimination, okay? The part of the body, there are certain parts of the body. Say, for example, if you're into the chakra, you know what chakra is? Fine. So there are power centers in the body. This particular location is the lower section of the back. So this is where we would find elimination, renunciation. There are many, many diagrams that I will be presenting this evening. The disciple is Jude or Thaddeus, which is the brother of James the younger. And this is the tribe of Zebulun, which is another focus this evening during this video of what we're going to be looking at, okay? The power of 12 is one of the focuses this evening, the power of 12, the meaning of the numbers, the meaning of the number 12. The Bible verse comes from the book of John, 1 John, the book of 1 John, 2nd chapter, 15th verse. The primary text for this evening's presentation. The primary text is The Healing Secrets of the Ages, authored by Dr. Catherine Ponder, pages 231 through 250. The name of the chapter in that cited book is The Healing Power of Elimination. The questions and or focus of this evening would be page 232, where the mind power of elimination is located. Where the mind power of elimination is located. 234, effects of willpower on elimination. 236, relaxation of the will heals. And 237, the mental causes of many broken gifts. Let us begin with our meditation. Let us begin with our meditation. Okay, so you didn't get to see that. Okay, no problem. Here we go. Ready? Sorry to keep you waiting. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. We're going to have a meditation, all right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let us take a slow, deep breath in. Inhale slowly, exhale. Let us prepare ourselves for this evening's presentation. Let us prepare ourselves to be open to listen, to be open to the presentation, and to be open to the presence that is within all of us. This friendly presence is everywhere. We are made in the image and likeness of this friendly presence, which is located everywhere. This friendly presence is over, under, around, and through all there is. There is only one power. There is only one presence, the all-knowing, everywhere present, friendly presence. We are one with the friendly presence. We are connected. We are contained in it, and it is contained in us. We are one with the friendly presence. This day, we declare thanksgiving. We are grateful that we have life. We are grateful that we have made it to see this day. We are grateful that we have what we have just for today. We are grateful for every spiritual gift and every spiritual offering that we have awarded us this day. This friendly presence is waiting to be invited into our life. For the next 3 minutes, we will become still. We will listen with our intuition, with our intuition, knowing that through our intuition, the friendly presence is here waiting for us to invite it in. Clear your mind. Inhale slowly. Exhale. Inhale again slowly through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Inhale slowly. Exhale. We will relax. We will allow the friendly presence to enter when we feel comfortable. We will allow the friendly presence to come in and give us, guide us, hold us, keep us safe just for today. We will sit in the silence knowing that all is already worked out. We will sit in the silence for the next 3 minutes, beginning now. As we're slowly returning, becoming aware of our environment, we know that the friendly presence is here. The friendly presence is waiting to be invited. The friendly presence is all powerful, all knowing, everywhere present. I will count from 10 back to 1. We will bring our consciousness to the idea and consciousness of their friendly presence. 10, 9, 8, wherever we are, the friendly presence is. 7, 6, 5, we and the friendly presence are one. We are connected with the friendly presence. 4, 3, we have returned to this realm. You have returned to your immediate environment. You have returned to your body. 2, you know where you are. You know whose you are. And 1, when you are ready, open your eyes. When you are ready, open your eyes to the truth. And the truth is, we and the friendly presence are one. Okay, where are we here? Where are we? Here. We want to share. Those of us that are just tuning in, I'm about to show you exactly what you're looking at, okay? Again, just in case you're just tuning in for the very first time, ever. This is Spiritual Circle Gathering. First of all, we are looking at the disciple Jude Thaddeus, all right? The disciple Jude Thaddeus, and the book, the particular book that we're using for this evening's presentation, the name of the book is The Healing Secrets of the Ages, and the author's name is Dr. Catherine Ponder. Dr. Catherine Ponder. The disciple, as I said, is Jude or Thaddeus, the brother of James, the younger, which is the tribe of Zebulun. Again, the power of 12 will be this evening's focus, as well as the meaning of numbers. The number 12, the Bible verse will be 1 John 2nd chapter, 15th verse. The primary text, The Healing Secrets of the Ages by Dr. Catherine Ponder. The pages are page 231 through 250, which covers the chapter, The Healing Power of Elimination. Pages are 232, where the mind power of elimination is located. Page 234, effects of willpower on elimination. Page 236, relaxation of the will heals. Page 237, the mental causes of many broken limbs. We've had our meditation. Let us begin. As I said, the Bible first, 1 John, 2nd chapter, 15 verse, using the version, the Aramaic Bible in plain English. Do not love the world, neither the things that are in it. For whoever loves the world does not have the love of the Father in him. Again, do not love the world, neither the things that are in it. For whoever loves the world does not have the love of the Father in him. My interpretation is, love is the basic foundational law. Love is inborn and engraved into our nature. In order to practice and demonstrate the foundational law of love, we must let go of fleshly, material distractions, and all that is not of unconditional love. This diagram will reflect. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to close it up. We're looking at, okay, so this is your first time. This here, what you're looking at, let's do this, because this may be your first time. But let's just say hypothetically, this is your first time. Yep. So what is this I'm talking about, the 12 powers? What is this I'm talking about, Thaddeus and whatever? All right. So there are 12 powers. Actually, there are more. The philosophy is from a man by the name of Charles Fillmore. Fillmore built one of the largest unity New Thought based entities in the world, philosophy. So there are 12 powers, many. So as you can see, it appears to be a chakra. So there are 12 coming from the bottom up, elimination, which is what we're focusing on this evening. Elimination, life. Elimination is rusted. There's colors for each one. Elimination is rusted. Love, correction, life. The color for it is red. Moving up, order, dark green. Strength, light green or lime green. Wisdom, yellow. Love, pink. Power of the tongue, purple. Enthusiasm is zeal. Faith is dark blue. Imagination, light blue. Understanding, you could say yellow, or you could say, I would say gold, because we have one yellow, so I would say gold. And will is silver. The objective of all of these spiritual gifts is to obtain, some would call it the I am consciousness, some would call it nirvana, some would call it peace, some would call it knowing. It would be called knowing who we are. Okay, identifying ourselves from the inside out instead of from the outside in. All right. The power of 12. The meaning of 12. 12 can be found in 187 places in the Bible. Revelation alone has 22 occurrences of the number. The meaning of 12, which is considered a perfect number, is that it symbolizes God's power and authority, as well as serving as a perfect governmental foundation. It can also symbolize completeness, or the nation of Israel as a whole. For example, Jacob, which represents Israel, had 12 sons, each of which represented a tribe begun by a prince, for 12 princes total. Princes, not princes as a woman, but plural of prince. Ishmael was born to Abraham through Hagar, also had 12 princes, 12 male children that were born to a king, which of course became prince, plural princes. God specified the 12 unleavened cakes of bread he placed every week in the temple with frankincense next to each of the 2 piles that were to be made. The priests were commanded to change the bread every Sabbath day. Please see Leviticus 24. Christ called and chose 12 men to bear witness to what he did and to spread the good news of the gospel to the entire world. After he meaning Jesus, after he was raised from the dead, Jesus told the 11 disciples, by then Judas Iscariot, Judas has killed himself. So Jesus told the 11 disciples that God had given him all power and authority to do authority in both earth and heaven, God's authority, divine authority. Please see Matthew 28:18. 12,000 from each tribe of Israel. 144,000 total will receive salvation during the end times great tribulation. See Revelations 7. A set of 144,000, meaning 12 times 12,000, possibly the same as those in chapter 7, will be taken from the earth in order to serve and follow the Lamb of God. Revelations 14, verses 1 through 5. Christ's bride in Revelation, Christ's bride meaning the church, wears a crown containing 12 stars. The New Jerusalem, which is made in heaven and brought to the earth by God himself, contains 12 gates made of pearls, which are each manned by an angel. Over each gate will be one of the names of Israel's 12 tribes. The walls are 144 cubits high, 12 multiplied by itself, Revelations 21:16 through 17, with the city itself being 12,000 furlongs square. Appearances of the number 12. There are 12 names in the Bible that have only 2 letters. I will do my best to pronounce them. They are A-I, found in Joshua 7:2, R-A-R, Numbers 21:15, Ed, E-D, Joshua 22:34, Genesis 38:3, Ir, 1 Chronicles 7:12, No or Na, N-O, Jeremiah 46:24, 46:25, I'm sorry. Og, O-G, Numbers 21:33, On, O-N, Numbers 16:11, Pe or P, P-E, Psalm 119, verse 129, So or Sa, S-O, 2 Kings 17, chapter 4th verse, U-R, Genesis 11:2-8, and Uz, U-Z, Genesis 10:23. The 12 patriarchs from and including Shem, one of Noah's sons saved in the ark, to Jacob, representing Israel, are Shem, Arphaxad, Salah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Solomon appointed 12 officers over Israel. If I mispronounce any of them, please forgive me. How is the number 12 related to an anointed service? 12 people are especially noted in scripture as being anointed for a unique task or responsibility. They are Aaron and his 4 sons to serve as priests, Exodus 29, verses 7 through 9, and Saul, please see 1 Samuel 10:1, David, please see 1 Samuel 16:13, and Solomon, please see 1 Kings, 1st chapter 39, to serve as kings over a united Israel. David's son Absalom, who wanted to take the throne of his David, but was killed, 2 Samuel 19:10, was also anointed by some to be king. The remaining 3 specially anointed are King Jehu of Israel, 2 Kings 9:6, and King Joash, 2 Kings 11:12, and King Jehoahaz, 2 Kings 23:30. The scripture's first recording of Jesus' words occurs when he is 12 years old. Please see Luke, 2nd chapter 4th verse, 2nd chapter 42nd verse. For this presentation, as in all the presentations, I wanted to be as thorough as possible. Therefore, if we do not cover all of the announced material in this video, rest assured the material will be covered in the next video. The following diagram, and all of them, quite frankly, are courtesy of Google Plus. Google Plus. Let's see what do we have. Okay. The sons of Jacob. The tribes of Israel. I found this, that first of all, I work well with diagrams. And this one is a genogram. This is a genogram. The intents and purposes of a genogram from a social work perspective. The intents and purposes is to go back 3 or 4 generations to find out and explore what previous mannerisms, attributes, mental health issues, addictions, and what have you have gone back your generation, your parents' generation, your great-grandparents' generation, your great-great-grandparents' generation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That is the easiest way of doing it. However, as we can see, it began with Jacob, which is a much more tedious way of keeping track of the bloodline. So as you can see, it begins with Jacob. To the left of my screen, we have Leah. To the right of the screen, we have Rachel. According to this diagram, genogram, we have Leah. Leah is the older sister. Leah gave birth to the following, according to this genogram. And they're numbered because I wanted to make sure that I had it in correct order. Reuben is 1. Then there is Issachar and Zebulun. Issachar and Zebulun. Then there is Simeon. Then you have Levi. With Levi, come down with this genogram. Levi, you have Moses and Aaron. With Aaron, you have the priest, as well as with Aaron, you have Zadok with the high priest. With Levi, as I said, Moses and Aaron. Come down, you have the Levites. Although they are numbered, I wanted to do it this way, but I'll show you the way they're numbered. Just walk with me on this. All right, so Simeon didn't have any, according to reports. The only shared bloodline they have here with Reuben and Simeon are Issachar and Zebulun. Now, I already mentioned Levi. Let's move on. Then there's Dinah or Dinah, which is the daughter. Female. All of the females are listed in red. Dinah is listed in red. Next, Judah. Judah. With Judah produced King David. Then there's King Solomon. Then there's the kings of Judah. And then the master teacher, Jesus, is part of the bloodline of King David. Moving right along, we have Zilpah. Zilpah is Leah's sister. Zilpah, according to reports, had 2 sons, Gad, or Gad, and Asher. All right, let's move on. There are no reported descendants, according to this diagram. Moving right along, Bilhah, Rachel's slave. There are 2 descendants, Dan and Naphtali. That's Bilhah's 2 sons. Moving right along, we have Rachel, which is the younger sister. Rachel has 2 sons, Joseph and Benjamin. Joseph had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Benjamin had King Saul. Now, if we're going to look at them by way of numbers, 1, Reuben. 2, Simeon. 3, Levi. 4, Judah. 5, Dan. 6, Naphtali. 7, Gad. 8, Asher. 8, Asher. Where is 9? Don't hide from me. 9 is Issachar. 10 is Zebulun. 11 is Joseph. And 12 is Benjamin. These are the order, according to this diagram, in order they were born. And this covers 1700 BC down to 30 AD. Now we're going to go into the breastplate, the high priest breastplate, the high priest breastplate. There is an important fact we need to understand before we can label each of the gems in the breastplate with a tribal name. The method most people in the Western world, including those who translated the Bible into English, read and or read and wrote is in the direction of the left to right. Those that translated the Bible, make sure we get this real clear if you don't understand nothing else, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The method most people in the Western world, including those who translated the Bible into English, read and write, is in the direction of left to right. Isn't that what we read, boys and girls? From the direction of left to right, the method you are using to read this text. However, ancient Hebrew, however, wrote and read in the direction starting on the right-hand side of a particular line of text and went left. From the right-hand side, keep going left, keep going left, keep going left, keep going left, keep going left. Therefore, the high priest breastplate. So what I took the liberty of doing, I wanted to find a diagram that made sense to me. Not saying this doesn't make sense. What I'm saying is, in order for me to absorb the information, for me, as we can clearly see, from right to left, Judah, number 1. Issachar, 2. Zebulon, 3. Dan, 4. Naphtali, 5. Gad, 6. Reuben, 7. Simeon, 8. Levi, 9. Asher, 10. Joseph, 11. And Benjamin, 12. This is how it works. Okay. There are many languages that are not written and read from left to right. There are many. But here in this country and others, we read from left to right. We read and write from left to right, boys and girls. In a right to left, top to bottom script, commonly shorthand, commonly shortened to right to left or abbreviated RTL, writing starts from the right of the page and continues to the left. This can be contrasted against left to right writing system, where writing starts from the left of the page and continues to the right. This is what we're taught in school, right, little girls and boys? Now, the breastplate, the high priest breastplate, from right to left, the high priest breastplate. The breastplate, also called the breastplate of decision, had 12 stones embedded in it. Wait, let's go back for a second. I want to see something. It's very distinguished. Very, very, very ritual. I love the colors. Very nice. The breastplate, also called the breastplate of decision, had 12 stones embedded in it. Each stone represented a tribe of Israel. And I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. The Urim and Thummim were part of the high priest breastplate. They were primarily used to consult God regarding important matters. Please see 1 Samuel 28, 3 through 6, and Numbers 27, verse 1, and so on. Both the first century historian Josephus and the Talmud identify Urim and Thummim with their breastplate stones. Again, please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it correct. Of all the numerals found in Scripture, 12, along with 3, 4, 7, and 10, are unmistakably used in a symbolic fashion in God's word. The special breastplate of gems made for the priest, sometimes referred to as the breastplate of judgment, see Exodus 28:30, had each of its precious stones engraved with the number one of the 12 tribes of Israel. See Leviticus 8:7-9, Exodus 28:7-20, as well as Exodus 39, verses 10-13. The main purpose of the high priest breastplate was to be a memorial, a reminder before the eternal. Before the eternal, to present oneself in an appropriate spiritual way before the eternal. The eternal is another word for the omnipotent one, the eternal one. Okay. It was meant to remind him that he represented all the people as mediator and intercessor before the Lord. Please see Exodus 28 chapter, verses 29, as well as Exodus 39 chapter, verse 7. 1, Judah. 2, Issachar. 3, Zebulun. 4, Dan. 5, Naphtali. 6, Gad. 7, Reuben. Simeon is 8. 9 is Levi. 10 is Asher. 11 is Joseph. And 12 is Benjamin. Why do we write Hebrew from right to left? Here's a philosophy. One popular theory is that Hebrew is written from right to left because in ancient times, when chiseling out words on a stone tablet, the engraver would hold the hammer in his stronger hand, usually the right hand, and the chisel in the left hand, making it much easier to write from right to left. Jude, or Thaddeus, brother of James the younger, tribe of Zebulun. It's interesting. The tribe of Zebulun obtained its money from its ports and access to the sea, which is why its symbol is a ship. It helps support the tribe of Issachar, where most important scholars of the Israelites live. The ship, the tribe of Zebulun. Zebulun, the tribe of Zebulun. It can be pronounced Zebulun, 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 Zebulon. Zebulun, Matthew 4th chapter, 3rd verse, 15th verse, and Revelation 7th chapter, 8th verse. Zebulun, Zebulun, Hebrew, meaning surrounded, habitation, dwelling, abiding, neighbor of one's household. This particular definition comes from truthunity.net. Truthunity.net. Jacob's 10th son and 6th by Leah, quote, and Leah conceived again and bare a 6th son to Jacob. And Leah said, God hath endowed me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. Genesis 30th chapter, 20th verse. My interpretation of that is the following. My interpretation of it is as follows. Husbands to be paid for the wife to be in the form of a dowry, meaning an offering. The dowry may not have been offered in the form. The dowry may not have been offered in the form of currency, but whatever would be of value to the future in-laws, such as food. Although the wife may have eventually bore a son, it may be possible that she may not be the only wife. She may be the second wife. She may be the handmaiden of one of the wives. However, the more sons or children she bore, the more her position as a significant other was secured. Leah bore 6 sons: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. It was then that her position and title as wife became secure. One of the largest Israelitish tribes, descendants of Zebulun. See Numbers 1, 30 and 31. Numbers, first chapter, 30th verse and 31st verse. Jacob's blessing on his son Zebulun was, quote, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for a haven of ships, and his border shall be upon Shidon. See Genesis 49:13. The blessing of Moses on the tribe of Zebulun is given in union with that of Issachar. Deuteronomy 33rd chapter, verses 18 and 19. And of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. They shall call the peoples unto the mountains. There shall they offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck the abundance of the seas and the hidden treasures of the sand. The metaphysical definition of Zebulun means order, static, habitation, dwelling, the abundance of the seas, and universal mind. Universal mind, as we know, is one mind, and it's everywhere. One mind knowing everything. One mind knowing all. One mind is connected to all of our minds. It's like a tandem. It's like a cloud. All of the information is in the cloud. I'll come to you in the computer terms. All information is in the cloud. You don't know anything about computers, fine. All of the information is within all of us simultaneously. Universal mind. In the organism of us is the faculty of order, located in the center of the abdomen at the navel. Order. Located in the center of the abdomen near the navel. And order is dark green. Order is very important in our life. Without order, there is no harmony. Without harmony, there is no balance. And without balance, there's no peace of mind. And I don't care how much money one has. Trust me, if we don't have peace of mind, we have zero. Believe me. Money helps, true enough. But if you don't have the peace of mind to know how to spend it, then you won't have it long. Thaddeus is the son of Zebulun. He follows the lineage of Zebulun, the stomach that directs the digestion. Then releasing and elimination is an orderly process that results in distributing, separating, and correcting the share of the food taken into the system, which is all facilitated by universal mind. The mind power of elimination and renunciation is located in the lower abdominal region of the body. It is located in the seat of the subconscious mind. Yes, it is. Whatever you think about, we bring about. Whatever you think, it is done already. The rest of it is just goes into motion. It is already done. The obedient servant never stops. It is obedient. Moving right along. This picture represents what may be Jacob's tribe to include the elders and Zebulun. This picture right here. Wrote it down because I want to make sure I got it straight. So imagine here is the tribe of of the tribe of a tribe of Zebulun. This is the tribe of Zebulun. And so Zebulun called a meeting, and he's giving out, he's expressing orders and wishes of who he's gonna divvy out what to. Everyone is going to get a piece of the pie. How much and when and where. From left to right, we're only concerned with the first four. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. She is Leah. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is Leah. Then let's just say this is Zebulun, and the baby here is Thaddeus. The baby is Thaddeus. And let's just say this is Jacob. All right. So we have Leah, Zebulun, Thaddeus, and Jacob. All right. The rest of them could be different sons. They could be the elders, but these four are prominent in this evening's presentation. Jacob's blessing. Jacob is extending a blessing. They're all witnesses. Too many witnesses do not get it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, when you're reading of a will, I was watching a movie the other night. It's a program. It comes out of Africa. The channel is the Africa channel. And there's this program, The Wild, W-I-L-D. So there's this young man. His father left a will. His father passed away, he left a will. Don't you know he had the unmitigated audacity to go to the lawyer and ask the lawyer to change the will? The lawyer looked at him and said, I'm not going to do that. He said, so the son said, but I will pay you. He said, you're one of the reasons why I want to be a lawyer, to get rid of people like you. I'm not doing anything. This is the man's wishes. It is what it is. Now, so here is Jacob, and here is Zebulun, little baby Zebulun. Here's Zebulun. Here's little baby Thaddeus and mommy. And here are the rest of the clan, rest of the elders, and they're witnessing Jacob's blessing. And it is as follows. Cited source, study.com, Academy lesson, Tribe of Zebulun history. Before his death, or you could just Google Tribe of Zebulun. Before his death, Jacob offered a blessing upon each of his sons. This blessing not only described the son, but established a prophetic vision for the tribe that each son would father. Here's what Jacob said about his 10th son. Quote, Zebulun shall dwell toward the seashore, and he shall be a haven for ships, and his flank shall be toward Sidon. I took the liberty of trying to find a map big enough that will show us all 12 tribes where they all settled. What I found curious was as follows. Let's go from right to left. Reuben, Gad, Reuben, Gad, Manasseh. Okay. Then coming back over, we have Asher, Naphtali, Zebulun, Issachar, Manasseh again, Ephraim, Benjamin, and Judah. What I found curious was here is Manasseh twice, and I could not understand why that was. So I looked it up. This is what I found. Why is Manasseh represented twice? This is according to Wikipedia. Manasseh is one of the tribes of Israel that in biblical times comprised the people of Israel. The tribe was named after a younger son of Joseph himself. Joseph himself was the son of Jacob. In time, the tribe of Manasseh was assimilated by other peoples and thus became known in legend as one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Origin. According to the Torah, the tribe consisted of descendants of Manasseh, a son of Joseph, from whom it took its name. From this, it is regarded that originally Ephraim and Manasseh were considered one tribe, that of Joseph. So Ephraim and Manasseh were considered one tribe. But to me, here I'm looking at, said Ephraim, right? Manasseh and Ephraim was one tribe. Got it. But how do I explain over here? But so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do further exploring, because I cannot, in my mind, fathom why there are two Manasseh. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. I'm sure there is. So if you work with me, I will have it next video. Read that, okay. The tribe of Zebulun, composed of his descendants, would find out after the Israelite conquest of Canaan. The land was divided into 12 lots for the 12 tribes. Guess where the tribe of Zebulun ended up? Their territory bordered both the Mediterranean Sea and the Sea of Galilee. Thus, Jacob's prophecy was fulfilled. They were by the seashores and did in fact become a haven for ships. In fact, it's how they made their money. The import-export business was good, and the tribe of Zebulun prospered from it. That is why the symbol of the tribe was a boat. Announcements. December 5th, pronunciation overview. This gift we're looking at is pronunciation and overview. December 5th, which is the next video. The book that we're going to be looking at is The Dynamic Laws of Healing by Dr. Catherine Ponder. The chapter, The Healing Power of Release, pages 61 through 78. The Bible verse we will be looking at comes from the book of Isaiah, 55th chapter, 7th verse. I'll be using the New Revised Standard Version. Whatever version will work for you, again, it will be coming from the New Revised Standard Version. December 12th, 2019 through December 26th, 2019, 3 Thursdays. The gift or faculty is life. The color is red. The disciple is Judas Iscariot. The Bible verses for those 3 weeks are one of the following, or two of the following. Deuteronomy 30:19, Romans 8:6, 1 John 5:12, Deuteronomy 8:3, Matthew 22:32, New Revised Standard Version. The book is How to Use Your 12 Gifts from God by William Ward. Chapter, The Spiritual Gift of Life, pages 93 to 100. Book, 12-Power Meditation Exercise by Charles Roth, pages 77 through 89. Now, you know what? This is where we're going to stop. Why? Because we don't have the time to properly go into it. So we're going to end here with the prayer. We're going to end here with the prayer, and then the peace song. But what we want to do now is more than the prayer. We want to do the meditation. All right? We'll do the meditation. Where are we? Okay. I hope I'm explaining it correctly. I hope I am. All right. Meditation. Let's go to the meditation. You weren't able to see that? You had to have seen it because I just got rid of it. Okay. Let us go now into our meditation. Hmm. We are now releasing all that we do not need, all that does not serve us at all. It does not serve us. It does not service us. It is of no goodness to us. We are releasing it. Imagine a lake and you're walking along the lake, shores of the lake. You have some things that you want to get rid of. You have torn up some paper. You are ready to discard whatever it is you don't want. Paper, person in your life you don't want in your life anymore. A relationship you feel that needs to be redefined. Your job, your boss, you want to change the way you perceive your boss. You may be being bullied in school. You want to go to the right persons to get it taken care of, to stop the bullying. You want to stop it in a dignified and non-threatening way. You want all of what's going on in your life, all that you don't need, you don't want, is not serving you any more of a purpose. Imagine that you are putting it in a box. You put it all in a box, either a small box or a medium-sized box or a big box, whatever it is, whatever it is. The box is the size that you need it for, but the box is light. So you can carry the box. You want to carry the box without effort, without strain, to the ocean. Without effort, without strain, to the ocean. When you arrive at the ocean, when you arrive at the ocean, you're going to very gently place the box on the shore, on the seashore. The ebb and tide of the water goes out, and then the ocean comes back to greet you. It goes back out, then it comes back in to greet you. It goes back out again, that wave, and this time when it comes back to get you, reach you, it's taking that box back out with it. It's taking that box out into the ocean. And every time the wave comes in, when it goes back out, it pushes that box further and further into the ocean, further and further away. It takes that box. That box now is so far out, you don't even see it. What you see is the ocean, where the ocean and the sky meet. And you'd see nothing but the ocean and the sky meeting as one. You have released. it is gone. It has faded away. It does not exist at all. It does not exist. It is finished. It's being carried in the box out further and further, even when you can't see it anymore, further and further and further. All we have now is peace. Peace beyond all understanding. We release that which does not serve us anymore. We let go. We give ourselves permission to let go. We replace now with the goodness, with life, with order. We've let go, and now we are embracing love, order, will, harmony. We have harmony now. We embrace harmony. We are grateful for harmony. Harmony is in our life, world, and affairs. And now we affirm, I am one with harmony. 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 As we slowly return, we know that all is well. We bring with us harmony, joy, love, order, and harmony. Harmony, love, joy, and harmony. We let go of everything. We know this to be true, and so it is. And so it is. Those of us that care to, say those of us that care to, we will sing our peace song. Peace. Peace. We want to sing our peace song. Why? Because we're putting peace into the universe. We want to put peace into the universe. Oh my goodness, I'm late. Here are the lyrics to the peace song. Okay? So those that care to, let us sing. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. This is so, and so it is. Thank you, and good night, and I'll see you next time. Good night. Bye.